So the plan of this channel is eventually I get to visit America. And I'm interested to find out what places I'm going to visit, what I'm going to go and look at. So today's video should be very interesting. We're going to be checking out the top 10 United States landmarks. Curious to see what's in the list, so it should be a really good video. Just before we jump into it, I'd really appreciate if you could hit the subscribe button. It massively helps out the channel. We're growing. Let's just jump straight into it though and press play.
From nature's loveliest landmarks to incredible man-made marvels, America the Beautiful has some of the world's most popular sightseeing spots. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 United States landmarks.
Looking forward to seeing.
For this list, we chose landmarks that are representative of America and its culture, and tried to keep the choices spread out through the country as much as possible.
Right.
Number 10, the Las Vegas Strip.
Oh, Las Vegas.
From ornate casinos to death-defying live shows, comedy acts to performances by the world's top musicians, the Las Vegas Strip symbolizes the glitz and glamour of the American dream. Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas, the famous sign.
Firstly, that sign is such a famous thing to see. That and the Hollywood sign are probably like the two biggest signs I could think of. I know a lot of people that have been Las Vegas and said it was absolutely amazing there. Obviously, there's a lot of casinos, but I'm guessing there's a lot more you could do other than just the casinos, the shows. I know I would definitely enjoy going to Las Vegas. If you've been to Las Vegas, let me know what you thought about it. I know going for the UK, it would be very expensive to go to Las Vegas, but it's definitely somewhere I'd love to go.
Declares, inviting guests to enjoy all it has to offer. The Vegas Strip is also appropriately named. Topless showgirls debuted there in the late 50s and still perform today. Number 9, the Hollywood sign.
Oh, the Hollywood sign. I was just talking about that.
Of Hollywood's golden age, this U.S. landmark has been imitated the world over. Located in LA's Hollywood Hills, the sign debuted in 1923 as an advertisement for the upscale Hollywood Land housing development, but it quickly became an icon.
It replaced a painted board overlooking the village that stood until the lots under it were sold.
After the removal of the last 4 letters in 1949, the sign required constant repairs until it was completely rebuilt in 1970.
I never knew that. I never knew that the Hollywood sign originally started as Hollywood Land. I always thought the Hollywood sign was just the Hollywood sign and it was put there to kind of represent Hollywood being Hollywood. I didn't know nothing about this. It's always interesting to find out these little facts.
28. Number 8, the USS Arizona Memorial. Drawing over 1 million tourists each year, the submerged USS Arizona remains a reminder of the December 7, 1941 attack on Pearl Harbor.
It was kind of more like sadness but honor for the people who lost their lives.
From a floating bridge, visitors to the Hawaiian Monument can view the ship's remains, which still leak oil to this day. The memorial pays tribute to the first of thousands of Americans who lost their lives during World War II. Number 7.
That's a very respectful thing to still have and to be able to go and see. I think I'd really enjoy going and seeing that. Obviously, World War II, both the UK and America, you know, the amount of lives that were lost in that. So I really respect the fact that they've made that somewhere that you can go and visit.
The Grand Canyon.
Oh, the Grand Canyon.
One of the 7 natural wonders of the world, Arizona's Grand Canyon is a truly majestic...
Do you know, I think if I went to the Grand Canyon, it would be one of those moments where I would just look and not feel like I'm actually there. Obviously, I've seen it in films, in TV programs. I've seen so much of the Grand Canyon. But to actually go there and see it, that would be amazing.
Site. At 277 miles long, a mile deep, and at times 18 miles wide, it's among the world's largest landmarks. And with its array of colors, natural structures, flora, and fauna, it's considered among the most beautiful. The canyon is also populated by several Native American tribes, making it an important part of American culture.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Number 6, the Hoover Dam. At the time, this gargantuan structure was considered one of the world's greatest engineering feats. Today, the 726-foot-high, quarter-mile-long dam is no less impressive. Spanning the Colorado River between Arizona and Nevada, it was conceived as a way to provide power and water to dry regions in America's West. The concrete arch gravity structure is open to the public and draws millions of visitors each year.
You can go visit it.
Number 5, Mount Rushmore.
Oh, these.
South Dakota's Black Hills are home to 4 of America's most iconic presidents.
I've got to say, I have no clue how they've done that. How old is Mount Rushmore? Is it old? I don't even know how old it is. To make something like that, it's kind of like, reminds me of like, thinking about the people that made the pyramids. You think, wow, that's incredible that you could do that and make something like that because it looks so accurate. It actually really looks good.
The 60-foot-tall faces of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, and Teddy Roosevelt are carved into Mount Rushmore.
A carving of surprising delicacy, fashioned with jackhammers and dynamite.
Although the project exhausted its funding before the presidents could be carved from the waist up, more than 450,000 tons of rock were removed to create their likenesses. It's a massive monument for passionate patriots across America to enjoy. Number 4, Independence Hall. It's the birthplace of American freedom, Philadelphia's Independence Hall, where 56 men put their lives and reputations on the line to defy the King of England and declare America's independence. The hall remains arranged and decorated as it was during the Constitutional Convention. Both the Declaration and the Constitution were signed in Independence Hall, whose famous bell tower once housed another of America's national symbols, the Liberty Bell.
Oh, wow.
Number 3, the Golden Gate Bridge. This project realized a century-old dream to span the 3-mile-long Golden Gate Strait, the entrance to San Francisco Bay from the Pacific. Built between 1933 and 1937, the stunning bridge was painted orange vermilion to blend with the warm landscape and to contrast the blue waters below. Billions of cars have crossed it, and millions more admire its contribution to the San Francisco skyscape.
Just curious, right? We've got big bridges in the UK, and when you go to go across them, you have to pay a toll to go across. Just wondering, with this bridge, do you have to pay a toll to go across, or is it absolutely free to cross? 100%, if that bridge was in the UK, you're going to be paying to cross it. So yeah, I'm just curious, do you pay anything to cross it?
Number 2, the Statue of Liberty.
I thought this would be one.
Since 1886, Lady Liberty has greeted immigrants and travelers to New York City, standing tall in times of prosperity and tragedy. The Statue of Liberty is more than a landmark. She represents a nation's hopes and dreams. Broken shackles at her feet symbolize freedom from oppression, and her tablet marks the birth of American independence. If there's one monument that encapsulates the American dream, it's the nation's 305-foot-tall torchbearer. Number 1, the National Mall. Our number 1 U.S. landmark houses the Washington Monument, the Lincoln Memorial, the Capitol Building,
now I know
World War II and Vietnam memorials, and more. Such iconic features pepper the mall, the stage for important events like the anti-Vietnam War rally.
Estimated at about 50,000 persons, was a loose confederation of some 150 groups and included adults, students, even children.
Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech.
I have a dream.
Oh wait, that was there.
My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
And presidential inaugurations.
Ask not.
I've heard that speech before, but I didn't know that's where it was. At first, I was like, hadn't heard of the National Mall. Now I think I understand it a little bit more.
What America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man.
It's all happened there.
It's been called America's Front Yard, a place for gathering, remembering, and looking forward to the next chapter in America's history. Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite U.S. landmark? For more interesting and informative top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Thank you. God bless you. And God bless the United States of America.
So let me know, was there any landmarks you believe should have been in that list? Anything that they missed that if I was to visit America, I should definitely go and check out? So yeah, comment down below. Let me know what you think should have been in that list. Anything that was missed. Really interesting video. Found out a couple of things I didn't know in that video. I always enjoy it when I'm finding out new things because that's really what this channel's about, me learning about America. And a lot of it is just very interesting for me coming from the UK. So yeah, really enjoyed that video. Thank you so much for checking it out. If you enjoyed the video as well, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. But for now, I'm going to catch you on the next reaction.